Oh. Hey guys, bloopers.
That's not a blooper. That's nasty. Oh man, whenever I've
Can you not
seen
do that? Yeah, see, that's not nasty.
yeah, it's new. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's not nasty. Just like whenever I grab my Achilles heel, you know what the things you use to cut branches?
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I grab it, I think like
Oh,
you could just take
no!
one of those.
Oh, dude, why'd you have
I
to
know
put that in my head?
it's terrible because I want you
Ew.
to share in my pain.
Oh, now I'm gonna be thinking about it. You suck.
Thank you.
You suck.
I know I do.
Alright, I work, and then I'm like, crap, I can't really concentrate, and I go to my bed, and then I lie down, I close my eyes for like 5 minutes, and I go back again. Try to work, same thing, same cycle.
Yeah.
It's definitely because of the stupid pandemic. Alright, this is how it goes.
Yeah.
Like, at the beginning, I hated it because I was stuck at home all day, and then I also got sick for a week and a half, and then I started getting used to it, and it's like a bell curve. I started getting used to it, and now it's just like coming and crashing down. Like, what the hell? I hate
You
this.
sound so aggressive.
I'm sorry, but it.
Yeah, no,
It's so
I
sad.
feel you. So we want to kind of take this to this time to like push each other as friends, and also to use this as a medium for gaining skill and trying to like look at things in a different way and find inspiration in those things.
Mm-hmm.
And that involves him taking pictures and like us doing this stuff and editing and working through things. And so we wrote out some things that we are interested in, some goals for this and for the pandemic as a whole.
Yeah.
Reaching out to people well, because also one thing that this has made me think about is like how I'm interacting with other human beings,
Same.
obviously. So like, am I keeping up with people that are far away? Am I keeping up with people who are close by? Like, do I take relationships and proximity for granted? Like, if you just left right now, you know, would I like talk to you? And like Bo left, and I haven't talked that much to him. I just realized that now.
Dang.
Well, I realized that before, but like,
Dang.
yeah. So like, it's a time. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I've been talking to people a lot more, like video chatting or just messaging. Like, I messaged like a couple random people just out of the blue, like, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah.
That's
His old middle school crush and stuff, you know.
oh, definitely. I did
Yeah.
have one, by the way. I'll tell you later.
We'll talk about this later. That's something
Not
we
in
need
this
to talk about. Yeah. So that's just, you know, reaching out to people well and being like that. It's just making me think at least, like, how do I reach out to people normally, and what am I taking for granted in those relationships, and because of proximity or because of distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of our other goals for this are working on our own knowledge goals related to our field, whether that's like in apps or learning new frameworks. You know, we're software engineers, so sitting at a desk and coding, what it looks like to be lifelong learners in that field. And now's a perfect time to look into that.
Yeah, I think like if it's good that we're doing it now, because in the future, let's say I'm 40 years old and I look back at what I've done and all at least the skills I've gained, like I think I'll definitely appreciate the time I had in my 20s.
Just being able to learn and then look back in the future and be thankful for this, because we've established a good pattern for it.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that we're looking for is a creative outlet, like we've talked about: filmmaking, photography, poetry, and music. Do we know how to do anything related to music? No, but we can learn.
I guess you can call his rap poetry.
Which he'll be performing some raps out here. Oh, that was a really bad one. Looking into creative outlets and how that can affect inspiration in the rest of our lives, because I feel like if you're being more creative, you can be more motivated and you find more inspiration in things.
That's true. Very
There
true.
are probably studies to back this up, but I'm too lazy to look them up.
I will get back to you on that because I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff.
Oh, he will get back to you on that, and I will hold him accountable to it.
Yeah, he will.
Which, another point for accountability. Great to have people to hold you accountable to stuff, even if you're
I think it's
you're
only
both
one
wrongs.
way.
Yeah.
Right now, it's only one way.
Yeah. I'm the one
'Cause
pushing
he has-
him to do stuff.
He has all the motivation, and I have the motivation of, I don't know.
A bum.
Yeah, the button.
By the way, the word bum, we don't mean it to be like looking bad at actual bums of the world. But
Oh my god. Stop
it's worse now
apologizing.
that I'm doing this.
Stop apologizing.
We're Midwesterners. We apologize for everything.
I don't apologize for nothing,
He
bro.
apologizes You apologize pretty frequently.
Do I?
I feel like you do.
Nah, bro. You apologize so
I
much.
do apologize too much.
More than
and
me.
My manager has pointed that out to me. And I fired back, I'm a Midwesterner, I will apologize, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've never done that. I'm a Midwesterner too. Like, I apologize, but like, not for like, the little things.
Establishing habits, or like getting to the place where you can motivate yourself, so then you know that when you go back, you'll have established good habits. And even if you're not doing this stuff right now, but like putting in the mental work, which sounds weird, but like actually thinking about how you're going to approach stuff well. Working out and cooking regularly. Just establishing good habits for life afterwards.
Yeah, another thing on working out, I didn't realize how hard it was to work out by yourself at home, doing like yoga or like calisthenic stuff. Like, I've never done that before. I'm always at a gym, like on a bike or like lifting weights. This is totally different to me, and it's hard. Like, I want to, when I go back, I just want to feel that burn again, bro. I just want to feel that burn.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
He's waiting for that burn.
That's true.
Like, one goal I have is reading, beyond cooking and working, or working out, but and working well, but reading, making sure I'm keeping up a good reading habit, which I find, ups and downs. Bought a ton of books when I moved out to Seattle, but then I haven't, I just haven't read as much as I should be reading, or as much as I wanted to read. But then also, traveling well. Making sure, like we were talking about, finding inspiration in travel and actually looking at each aspect and, being joyful that you're able to travel. Because right now we can't travel. So,
Sucks.
thinking about how you can travel well in the future and find joy in it. Find, be thankful for what you're able to do. Even if it isn't always the best, or it sucks sometimes. Finding what motivates and passions you, working on learning a language, which, kind of learning French a little bit.
Yeah, not really.
Working on accents. Learning to drive stick. My car is stick shift.
Yeah.
I've been teaching him.
Dude, that's some of my most stressful moments in the last month. That stuff is hard, yo.
Yeah.
I keep stalling.
I got some videos of it, so we'll
put the
some
clutch
out there.
in, shift the stick back, and mess it up, and I stall, or I can't start the car. I put it into first gear, and then I can't move because I do the weird clutch gas stepping on thingy-mabobber. It just doesn't work, and I just stall all the time.
Yeah,
It takes practice.
it does take practice, and I need to force you to practice more.
True, you're right.
Yeah. But,
Right.
so something like that, little things that you can do, because socially distancing is easy in a car, because you're in a glass and metal box. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go out and drive. Fun times. One thing that I really wanted to do last summer, which I just was kind of a bum in doing, was exploring Seattle. Seattle, it's one of the more interesting cities in America, according to everyone.
Yeah.
But when you get down into the grind, or maybe not everyone, but especially not Portlanders who suck, and Californians are the worst. But when you get into the grind, the daily grind, you kind of ignore what's cool around you or what's interesting. We work and we live in a city that you just look in every direction and there are mountains. You can go to a different part within the same city and there's a completely different culture.
True.
And a complete, neighborhoods with different cultures, and they're neighborhoods with their own downtown, but then surrounded by residential areas, so they feel like a separate city, but it's all part of one city and all really close by. So just being able to explore, not just for food, but then also for just seeing sights, getting to meet people there and find inspiration and interesting stuff wherever we are. And I just was not I was more of a bum about it last summer than I wanted to be.
Same.
I set a goal and didn't meet it, and right now it's I can't really fulfill that goal.
I take everything for granted. Like I
Yeah.
said, I would go to the Cherry
There's a
Blossom.
festival about that?
It's not a festival. It's just like people.
Just
go
when
there.
they bloom.
Yeah, when they bloom, you just go and hang out. Like I've been in this place for like what, almost 2 years now, and I haven't gone and seen it.
I
Next year
actually
for
went.
sure.
Last year, that's another thing I didn't do last year, but I actually did it this year on a bike ride up there.
Dang
I
it.
stopped by and I was like, "Oh, this is dank.
Dang
I
it.
like this." Yeah, I could have driven us both over there, but
It's fine.
I was on a bike ride. Yeah, so finding inspiration in the city and like approaching it with the mind of a tourist sometimes. I know it's kind of crappy to see tourists walking around and asking for directions, but like it is legitimate. Like it's a legitimate point to approach it with new eyes and look at it like, where can I find interesting things here?
Before we move on, I just want to say, you're talking about the tourists. Like I don't understand tourists who go to Pike Place and then go to the Starbucks coffee place. They think that's like the first
Oh yeah,
Starbucks coffee
it's
place,
not the
but
first
it's not.
Starbucks. It's only the oldest currently operating Starbucks. It's not the original Starbucks. And I've
Oh
seen
my
people
God.
from the city who have said that too, or like who have lived here for a while.
Like
It's the one in Pike
Exactly.
Place, not the original. They sold the original location, or like stopped renting it out. Whatever.
pisses me off, man.
For the record, I don't drink coffee, so I know nothing about the
I love
coffee scene
coffee.
here. Anyways, approaching the city with the mind of a tourist, or the eyes of a tourist, not a dumb tourist. When I had a commute, I could just like live on my route to work and back. But I don't want to do that. That sucks. That sounds lame. So I want to approach the city in a way that I'm not just going back and forth, just like playing video games after work and going to work and like not really interacting with the people at work too. That's another thing. Talk to the people at work. Find inspiration through them for your work and don't like just see them at a surface level. You know, I want to build that out and not just be a bum.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
interact with people.
I like making those personal connections. I think it's always good. Like
Yeah.
I was
You
listening
said
to
that
a.
with like the most deadpan look ever. I like personal connections.
Okay, oh my god! Like I love personal connections.
Okay, that's just aggressive and deadpan at the same time.
I love personal connections.
That's creepy. Good lord, I just want to like, with the goals for the pandemic and for this project or whatever we're calling it, is I just want to find out how to, rest when you need to, but not let it get you complacent or settle in life.
Rest
Like-
when you need to, but not like okay, yeah.
Finding the little adventures and taking those so that you break the monotony and are able to actually be inspired, find motivation, and push yourself to new heights.
I got you, dude. I
Good,
know
good.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody else knows what he's saying.
Yeah, if you don't, comment below. I don't know if comments are below anymore.
If you
They're
don't,
probably below.
they are below. If you
Just leave
don't,
the comments.
we're
Email
not
him
crazy.
At amodapod.
If you don't understand what he's trying to say, either you're crazy or we're crazy. But I'm thinking you're all crazy. Now I'm looking back, like maybe this pandemic wasn't so bad after all for me personally. I'm not downplaying. I'm not downplaying. I'm not downplaying what's going on around. Like from a personal growth aspect, I've had to like look at things differently, and just like do some introspection on what I want to do in life or the skills I want to gain. You
Yeah.
know, you feel me?
I feel you.
Thanks, bro.
I feel you, bro.
Thank you. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, so that's what we're about here. That's what we're going for. That was long-winded and rambling, but hopefully you got something useful, and hopefully you'll get something useful about whatever we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And finding, adventures in filmmaking. That's what we're going to be doing, and adventures and filming them, or
Right.
adventures in filmmaking. Both of the above. They're two different things, but we'll be doing them both. With him, with me, without one of us, without both of us. Just kidding, not that both of us. But, no. Yeah, we'll see. But anyways.